Hey, what's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to NXT on Top. I am Scalz. Tonight I am joined by my main two men on NXT. We have the Ginger Ninja and Phil the Future. And tonight we have another special guest, our boy, the Will Gray. He is the leader of Rivet City Radio and Bot Spots and Chair Shots. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm so glad to be here.
Let's go.
I'm just happy to be here, Will.
Why are you just happy to be here?
I'm always happy to be here.
I stole his line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. So, what was your favorite part of tonight's NXT show? Phil?
Oof. Oh man, really? Wow. I don't know. It's a little hard for me, but I guess one thing I'm gonna say is I know he already showed up last week, but I'm just gonna say I'm just so happy to see Wesley back on NXT again.
I love Wesley. Me and Will were chatting and as we were watching it, and we were like, we love the moniker the Kodiak Kid. Like, just
the Cardiac Kid. Yeah, I love it.
But I'm glad to see him back. I was excited when he showed up last week. I thought it was a good way to bring him back.
Yep. The fact though, like, they literally, when they changed it from whatever the match was ending, you just see Wes and Mackenzie Mitchell in the back. They're just grooving it out like the happy me never left. Like, I'm just like,
Will, what was your favorite part?
Okay, this is a catch-22, as they would say. It's my favorite part simultaneously with my least favorite part. Okay.
Jackson's like, yes.
You ready for this?
I know where he's going. Okay.
I could tell you knew where he was going just with their facial expressions.
I love you, Bo.
Fuck you up.
The Heritage Cup match between Akira Tozawa and Franz Ferdinand. What's his name?
Noam Dar.
Yeah, Noam Dar.
Mr.
Noam Dar. I'm Scottish, but somehow I also count being Israeli at the same time.
Did you just refer to Noam Dar to the bull that John Cena played in the animated movie Ferdinand?
Franz Ferdinand.
It's Franz Ferdinand over here.
It was Akira Tozawa versus Franz Ferdinand for the Heritage Cup final, which is just WWE's version of pure wrestling. Me and Bo talked about it.
Yeah.
So I think that was my favorite part because I was hyped. Dude, I was popped, marking out. I paid for the whole seat, but by God, I was only using the edge of it. And then it fucking killed me. The finish. He got cheated out of the title. I thought they were going to finally pull the trigger and give Tozawa the mid card, and they didn't. And that bothers me. And I told Bo, if Tozawa doesn't win here, it proves to me that they don't put real stock in their mid card. Because Tozawa is so fucking over, you could give him as something as simple as the Heritage Cup, and it wouldn't have made a difference for anybody because Franz Ferdinand is so young and so new that if he lost now in 6 months, they would rebrand him as something else, and then he would be over again because it's just the WWE machine, and that's what they do. So they blew their load by not giving it to Tozawa tonight.
I think the storyline they're building with Tozawa right now, and you saw it later with the promo in the back with him and Alpha Academy. I think we're in for a bigger payoff than the Heritage Cup.
Yeah, like apparently next week we're supposed to get the Alpha Academy on Noam Dar's Supernova specials.
So I think something bigger is coming for Tozawa, and I'm here for it.
I
Jax?
like that.
Everything Will just said.
I love you, Bo.
I mean, I can't follow that. Like it's I had all this like watching it one fall to one fall, and it was like it had, like Will said, had all this steam going, man. It was fucking pumping.
AJ in the chat said Otis versus Drew Gulak. That was the
That
one
was a
match
good
I
match,
missed,
too.
so I can't comment on that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were pumping, man. They were going, and it felt like at the end of the match, it's like when your mom knocks on the door, and you're like, "Oh shit!" Like it was just like, well, there went everything I had. Sorry.
My favorite part was actually the ending. I like the way that they did with Trick and Mello.
with Lexus King trying to insert himself
With Hot Pants coming out.
Fucking
And
pants were red.
his pants are red.
I like that they're making a big deal of him. And I like him being involved in the main event scene. I like him being inserted into this. And then you could see it's adding intrigue. Did Lexus King attack him? Or was it Carmelo Hayes? Because Mello was saying, you don't remember who? Like, he kept hinting, like, and then Trick was like, why do you keep asking that? And then Trick hit him, and you could see Mello was like, I'm going to make you pay for that.
At first, she's like, get off of me. I mean, like the first time Trick offered his hand to help him up, he's like, nah, screw you. And then he leaves, and then he's like seriously, you need help. And he's like, fuck.
AJ?
Wait, would
you
take
bump your head, AJ?
If Tozawa beat Gunther, I think that would be the worst decision WWE could ever have done. Because it would ruin everything Gunther has done.
I was hoping it was going to be I was hoping it was actually going to be Bronson Reed, like him holding the title and going into Elimination Chamber.
Okay. It's going to be The Miz. Watch.
Yeah, I figure it's going to be it's going to be The Miz.
You know why? Because The Miz is actually the greatest IC champ of all time. He's held it the most times. Or is he tied right now?
If this is the puzzle piece you're looking for, Scalz. Right now, Chris Jericho has two very important titles. Okay, one being the most combined reigns at 9, so the Miz will tie him with one more. Right?
He's at. I think they actually. I wonder if they are tied. I'll look that up.
It's either 8. I'm pretty sure the Miz is 8, or he's at 9. Yeah.
Right.
The other one is the Miz is 50 days away from most combined days as champion. Not longest reign, but most combined days. And he's like 50 days behind Jericho for that one as Swell.
So that's
Swell?
That's Swell.
I'll tell you in 1 second. I just pulled it up. Combined reigns. Miz has 8. Jericho has 9. Miz is only
on the money. Look at Will on the money there.
Miz is only 22 days behind Pedro Morales for the most combined days.
Okay, so it wasn't Jericho; it was Pedro Morales.
No, Jericho only has 318 combined days.
Shadow, you son of a gun.
So, I think that's the whole plan behind it.
Agreed. They get the Miz at the top of both lists finally.
And the Miz fucking deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He may never have a long title reign as a world champion, but this is his belt. He helped bring credibility back to the belt. And then he deserves to have 1, the most reigns, and 2, the longest combined reign.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The Miz and Triple H are 2 of the best transitional champions to ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because 22 title reigns Triple H has had, only 5 of them reach triple digits.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
with as much as he held the title, you would think that it was forever because there was times when he refused to lose.
Five,
Yeah,
and
the
one of
Reign
them
of
was the
Terror.
Intercontinental
The
title.
Reign of Terror.
Uh-huh.
Like it always felt like it was like his terrors were always the reign of terrors, but they weren't.
There were a
Because
lot
he
of
would
them,
lose
they
it
were
and
in
win it right
short
back.
spurts. Yeah.
As
It's
soon as
very
he lost
Jerry
it,
Lawler-ish.
I demand a title match.
What's going on, Cam? How we doing? He's over on the TikTok side tonight.
What's up, Cam?
Woo, woo!
Yeah, we have Triple H in the resident top right corner over there with Phil.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley heard.
Yeah, we were talking about the Reign of Terror because we just mentioned that we all believe that The Miz is going to win and beat Gunther for the IC title so he can get the tie the record for most reigns and the break the record for the longest combined days.
Imagine that. Like now, Miz is just gonna have a bigger rant every time he tells you when he says, "Do you know who I am? I am a 2-time Grand Slam champion. I beat John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. I am a 9-time Intercontinental champion. I defeated the longest reigning Intercontinental champion of all time." It's like, Miz, shut up.
I mean, like I said, Miz deserves it. He is one of the best in the business. He is probably one of the safest workers in the business as well. And that's why they always trust him to wrestle the newer people coming in. Willie, you going to head out?
I could probably go till right up until 10, and then I'll need to bounce and head over there.
Okay.
Because we're going to go live at 10 after there's
10 after?
a bounce.
Okay. Cam is saying Chad deserves it more. Chad will win it from Miz.
I mean,
That's the feeling that I have is that that's how it's going to happen.
Bronson could win it in Australia at Elimination Chamber, but that's just me.
What else do we want to discuss tonight with NXT? What else was good?
Well, I guess we could say that we had our first two elimination, our first
Iron
two
Survivor,
matches
yes.
for the Iron Survivor Challenge, chosen by the hardcore legend himself, Mr. Mick Foley.
Yeah, I like that. I like what they're doing with that. How they're making legends pick the matches each week.
Yeah, and what I specifically find interesting about it is that they're taking these 4 specific legends and they're not really choosing like who they think are like, deserve to be champion. They're like picking like anybody that they think that they would love to see like in a match. Like this could literally be it can almost literally be anybody. Like they can find potential in somebody that like Lita or somebody else is gonna go, wait, what? That person? There's that guy's nobody. But they're like, oh, but I see different, It's like completely different because the first one we had was for the women between Fallon Henley and Tiffany Stratton. I mean, we've seen that match before, but
we didn't see it because Fallon got attacked
last week. Yeah, and I mean, Fallon was great. Fallon was great though. Like Fallon really put up a very strong fight in this match.
She's gotten a lot better. I'm glad she actually got to showcase her ability a little bit tonight. So the legends that are picking the matches this week was Mick Foley.
Next week
is Lita, and then you have Jerry the King Lawler and John Bradshaw. So, pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. And I mean,
who do we think is going to end up being in this?
I mean, knowing that they can pick literally almost anybody, like not just who they think should be champion, but also like people that they see great potential in. Like it could be almost be a very wide array of anyone from the roster.
Will?
Picking somebody that I think would do well or would have a good chance.
Who do we think are going to be the
You're saying
participants? The 5 for each.
We already have 2.
No, there's
who
only
won the
one.
men's
There's only
match?
one in each.
Oh,
You have,
whoa.
you have Dijak for the men's right now and Tiffany for the women's.
Okay, I think Dijak, obviously, because he's already in. I would like to see. I would probably say what we saw in the Heritage Cup tournament thing they did a few months ago is kind of a fair bet as to what we'll see coming up for something like this. I bet they'll work an Akira Tozawa in. They'll continue that mid-card push for him. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw like a Pete Dunne. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw maybe some like mid-card guys from Raw or SmackDown come down too. You know what I mean? And I don't say come down, but come over. I think there would be a mix between. I think they're going to try to put as many of those big name, oh shit, this person's been a champion, they could win this match and shake things up, because that's what they need to do with it going into a TV deal. They're going to continue the push that Scalz and I were talking about with why they've been putting eyes on the product, because if CW is willing to pay $30 million a year for 500,000 to 750,000 eyes every Tuesday night, which seems to be that sweet spot that NXT hovers around. They haven't been as low as 500 in a while, but they're usually in that 550 to 750 range most weeks. So if that's what CW is happy with, NXT knows they can comfortably do that every week, no matter what. So I think that they've kind of got the keys to the Ferrari to do whatever the hell they want to now. So they're going to keep putting their Becky Lynches and their Dominic Mysterios and their Rhea Ripleys, and they're going to keep putting eyes on that product.
Yeah, Cam, the speculated cost right now for the NXT deal with them going to CW is between 30 and 37 million a year.
All right, I'm going to bounce so I can go set up.
All right, well, thanks for coming on
Link
tonight.
on Instagram.
If everybody is looking for Will, you can catch him over. He'll be live in about 15 minutes over on Rivet City Radio. Stick with us, and we're going to rate it over after there once we're done. Yeah, Ginger?
Well,
Yeah, Jax?
Send me the link on Instagram.
I'll send you the link on Instagram. I'll see you guys over there. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Bye.
So to follow up with what Will was saying, I think it's going to be more of people who are top title ready. So like AJ said in the chat, Trick. Like I feel like he's going to be in this match. I know last year they had Axiom. He's the resident high flyer. I could definitely see Tozawa sneaking his way in. I think that would be great with everything that's going on right now with him, giving him that little push. I think this is where we're going to see Lexus King be in this match.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And I think we're going to see probably one of the bigger names.
I don't know.
Like the bigger guys. I don't think Melo's going to be in it, though. I don't think Melo's in it.
I mean, I could see somebody though like Wesley or Baron Corbin being in it too.
See, Wesley is trying to go back for the
North American title
for Dom's title, so I could see Corbin being in it. That's a good call. And for the women, Wagner. I think. What was that, Jax?
Von Wagner.
I can see Wagner being in it.
Vaughn is not a bad choice either.
For the women, I think this is where we get the return of Cora Jade.
Oh,
I think they only have 4 picks. I think there's only 4 picked, and I think she's a surprise entrant. Hey, Sammy, what's going on?
Hey.
Cam, Wesley came back last week and attacked Dominic after his match. So he's been back from last week and this week.
Oh, Scalz, AJ also asked, do you think Ava Raine is going to be in the female match?
We haven't seen her since the whole thing with Joe Gacy.
Right.
So and the last time we saw her, she was talking to Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're doing something with that. Speaking of Joe Gacy, he could be in this match too.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Gacy had a very weird vignette in his like now he's got the septum piercing now. I'm like, what is happening with this man? Like,
I like me some Joe Gacy.
I think Joe Gacy is big things coming for him. This man can wrestle. I think he's a future champion, and I'm here for it.
I'm down for it too. Corbin's facing Dragunov at Deadline. Possibility.
I know he was talking to Wesley in the back, so I don't know if that was leading to anything. I don't know if they're having a match next week or not. Yeah, I mean, NXT tonight was a good show, though. Constant action from the start to the finish. You had women's matches. Tiffany showcased what she can do. Fallon showcased what she can do.
Yeah, you had two women's matches.
You had the tag team match, which was
Elektra and Lola versus Roxanne and Kalani.
I missed that match as well. That's when I was driving home. Who won that match?
Roxanne and Kalani got the win. Of course, Ariana Grace decided to watch the entire thing, but then right when it looked like right when Alicia Taylor was about to announce the winners, Ariana Grace is stopping her saying the winner, and then right as she's trying to still make a speech, Carmen Petrovic comes behind her and says, "Shut your." Knocked her to the ground like, "Shut your bitch ass up! No one came to hear you."
Oh, Carmen Petrovic came out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kill Bill herself. Let's go.
So we got a little time for the women on those two matches, which is nice. NXT is probably the most consistent one with the women's division out of any wrestling program except for Impact.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have tonight?
Mm-hmm.
What was another good match? Yeah, the Heritage Cup, which was a good match. You had. I like the introduction of Xia Li. I think we mentioned that earlier.
Yes. Xia Li literally coming out of the crowd like, whoa, what are you doing now? Like,
coming from the fucking nether realm of Mortal Kombat character.
Coming out looking like Natara, for crying out loud.
No, I think that's going to be actually a good square up match.
Aw, thank you, Sammy.
I think if that match is happening at Deadline, shit, buckle up because it's going to be a fucking slugfest.
Yeah, I just hope Xia does not turn Lyra into another toy for Toy Story.
Xia, like, I wish they never took her off TV. Like when she first came onto the main roster and the way they introduced her with the entrances.
Yeah, that is like the Protector.
Yeah, where she was the Protector, and then he just dropped it. That's because Vince, he's like his mind changes, like he changes his freaking underwear. So I'm glad we have more consistency going on now. Phil, Sammy said your girlfriend is beautiful.
So. Oh, Sammy, you're so sweet.
Anything else we want to touch on about NXT from tonight?
Oh yeah, we can't forget that. What was it? Von Wagner also had that match with Braun Breaker. Even though he did lose, he finally, what is it? Channeled his inner John Wick. Said, "I've got a table for one," and finally powerbombed him through the announce desk.
I like that gimmick that he does with that. And I'm glad he's back. I like that they did sell the injury for a while. Like they actually made it seem like he was really injured. He was gone for a while. Yeah. They did all the vignettes and everything. And then Robert Stone last week got destroyed, literally.
Yeah, and not only though did he like allow Vaughn enough time like after he got pinned to like set him up for the table spot, like he like literally as soon as Braun pinned him, he came up with a chair and just I'm just like, Jesus.
And Braun just ate it.
Braun just like just knelt down and then looked right at Stone as he was literally even like when he was kneeling, he was like at face height with the dude, and he's like, even though like Stone, you get that was like shitting bricks, he's like, yeah, I do what I did, so come at me.
Robert Stone has real nice shoes. You ever pay attention to his shoes?
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking. That's the first time I ever saw him was in TNA.
Oh, it was Robbie E. Yeah, that's right.
But when I saw him,
I still can't believe that's him.
Like
Like it's just
I know, right?
when the first time he came up, and I was like, I know him from somewhere. I was like, I
Right.
know it, and then somebody pointed out, I was like, no way. Like,
boy, ain't no way, boy.
it's like you come from the guy who was the typical Jersey Shore dude with the bleach blonde hair, spiked, and then this is how he turns into. It's like
a situation.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. I remember the days when he was even in black and gold NXT, the time that Shotzi ran over his foot with the TCB tank.
When he had the Robert Stone agency.
Yeah, back when Aaliyah and I believe it was like Jesse Kamea were like part of that little stable, and then Shotzi ran over his foot, and he's just like, "Cat!" Back when the tank, you actually had a little missile that actually came out of the little cannon and went pew.
Now it shoots off the
Pyro.
the pyro, which I
Okay,
actually think is
pyro.
pretty cool too.
The pyro is awesome, but like just remembering the days back when it just shot the little toy missile was hilarious. Especially when it was with what was it, bum ass Corbin, when Shotzi shot the tank and the thing hit him like straight in the balls.
Mhm. That was still one of the best gimmicks.
Yep. Just like I try to open a can of soup. I hit it against the curb and it just got on my shirt. I can't go and wash it, so.
Oh, so I was looking at the results from tonight. So Dragunov had a promo.
Yeah, Dragunov did have. I know Dragunov did have a promo. Yeah.
I might have been making a sandwich at that time.
I was driving home, so I didn't see it. So okay,
I'll just
so
put it this way.
It does look
Here's
like
how-
that he is facing Baron Corbin coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So that would eliminate Baron from being in the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Damn it! Oh well.
NXT gave me 2 back-to-back great Smasher weeks. I feel like this was more of a cool down episode.
I mean,
I'm not saying it was a bad episode. It was a good episode. It had some banger matches. I just don't think it was like, it was more like, all right, let's just chill through tonight.
What do we think of what's happening with Chase University?
I don't know what that was between. I don't really know what that was between Andre and JC, but like,
did he get served?
I don't know.
Like it looked like a legal document, like from somebody that he got served. So I'm curious as to what it is.
You've been selected for jury duty. You expect Chase University bleeps to be heard throughout the entire thing.
It'd be pretty interesting.
Because, yeah, you just see Thea and Duke come in, and it's like, oh, what's going on here? And it's like, nothing. Because, yeah, like Chase goes to read it, and he's still, like, his eyes just, like...
Well, because, yeah, JC Jane opened it first and was shocked, and he's caught her in the act.
It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing in my mail?
So they're defending the titles next week against the family again. I wonder if they actually give the belts back to them and they win it. The Don.
I don't know. That'd be kind of shitty. Like for Chase University, only having for what, 2 weeks?
AJ saying he thinks we get Thea Hale in the Iron Survivor Challenge.
I'd be okay with that. I think she should have won the title from Tiffany a while back.
What's going on?
I agree.
Gigi just coming off of the big match with Blair Davenport. So I think she's
Yeah.
selling the injuries a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
She was on the week 1 of Halloween Havoc, so she's technically only
Yeah.
been missing for 2 weeks.
she had the Beetlejuice fit and everything. While Blair Davenport
That's
came
right.
out as Georgie.
I'm just thinking she'd be pretty cool in that match.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I agree with that. But
I think that's somebody that Lita could pick to be in a match for it.
Leah could definitely put that together.
That should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. Like,
I wonder what we're gonna get. Do we hear anything about why Indy Hartwell went into Shawn Michaels' office?
oh no, I don't know why Indy went into Shawn Michaels' office, especially this coming from right after she was in the Battle Royale on Raw.
Yeah, the ref was back. The ref came out of his office, and they said he had liberties to do what he needed to do tonight to make sure that there was a winner.
But then
Was
Indy slipped into slipped into Shawn's office.
Oh, AJ thinks it was Ava, not Indy.
I
Could
mean,
be. You didn't see her face, though. You might be right, AJ.
yeah, AJ, you might be onto something there.
Did we find anything out about it, though? I'm curious.
Not really.
Maybe that was her trying to wheeze her way into the match. Because there's only 4 legends.
Yep, only 4.
So who's picking the 5th participant?
Shawn?
Could be.
Because Mick was today. Lita is next week, and then we have Jerry the King Lawler and JBL, and then there's that final spot. That final spot, I think, in my honest opinion, will probably be picked by the head of NXT, aka Shawn Michaels. But we'll see. Will saying GL.
I think he means he's going live.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is that code for Green Lantern? Like green light? I don't know.
Cam is saying that they should put the titles on Garza and Carrillo.
Oh, okay. I mean,
And he wants the Avengers tag team, Frazier and Axiom.
The Avengers tag team.
Listen, I gotta agree with
Fraser
Cam.
and
That'd be a pretty badass tag team.
Fraser and Axiom. I mean, like you've got NXT. You got NXT
Flash,
and the Power Ranger.
I mean, he's not wrong. That would be pretty sick.
Flash and a Power Ranger.
But
Fraser and a Ranger. Fraser and the Ranger. I don't know. Fuck.
I don't see them live yet.
Fraser, Power Rangers. I don't know. Fuck.
Fraser.
Jax, are you going on their show tonight?
Yeah, I'll be on there tonight.
And what they're talking about?
Kurt Angle
tonight, right?
One of my all-time favorite.
So, if you guys are not familiar, every other week on Tuesday nights over on our sister channel, Rivet City Radio, the boys over there, which is Will, Heel Mike, and Jaxpo, do what's called After Dark, where they go into the dark side of things within the business. They have previously covered Chris Benoit situation. They previously covered Test. They previously covered the love triangle between Macho, Miss Elizabeth, and Lex Luger. And tonight they are covering Kurt Angle. So if you are interested in that, just stick with us and we'll head over there as soon as we're done, which will be shortly. Hey, Gigi, what's going on tonight? Speaking of Gigi Dolan, there she is.
little teaser fun fact about Kurt Angle. I want you to name a sport that he was not on top of. I'll wait.
A sport he was not on top of.
He excelled in high school. He excelled at football. He excelled at baseball. Like, he was just one of them all-around athletes that's always been at the top of his game.
See, the one I was going to say would have been baseball. Is the one I would have thought.
Varsity lettered baseball in high school.
I was going to say basketball.
Now he can play basketball too. He's just all around, like, generally good at everything. He said, like, and he's got people to back it up too, which is amazing.
That's pretty interesting.
So good at football, good at baseball, good at basketball.
So let's wrap it up for tonight. Phil, where can we find you?
Well, so for those of you who have made it this far, if you still want to see this beautiful face around the socials, you can find me practically anywhere on social media under the name that you see right down over here, which is Phil the Future. On Twitter, it just so happens to be at Prometheus King 6. Don't know how that happened, but it is what it is. So I'm not gonna argue with it. But yeah, you can definitely find me there. And on TikTok, since my first one got deleted, you can still find me at Phil the Future. Reborn, as that is my second channel. I'm still trying to get that one on the up and up. And yep, that's me.
Jax, where can we find you?
You can find me right here every Tuesday and Monday for Sorry for the Interruption and NXT on Taps. You can find me every Sunday and Tuesday on Rivet City Radio for Botch and Chair Shots and Nerdy News at 420. You can catch me here in about 5 minutes on Rivet City Radio for After Dark. Anything else you'd like to know, just follow me on the Twitter at Jaxbo2020.
I am Scalz. So like I said, tonight we have After Dark coming up on Rivet City Radio. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. right after AEW, we have Cam G hosting The Boom on Rivet City Radio as well. Thursday, 8 p.m., we have The Boss Bitch coming in with her trivia. Following that, not this week. We'll be back, I believe, in 2 weeks for our career retrospectives. And then Friday night, right here on Off the Top Media, we have our Friday night review with myself, Cam, and Jamie. Hope everybody has a great evening. Make sure you stick with us while we raid over into Rivet City Radio. Jax, I'll see you over there.
See you over there, guys.